What's up, Cindy? Hey, I just hooked up my microphone. How does it sound? Does it sound like I need to turn it up? What's up, Daisy? Christian, how you doing? Appreciate that. It's loud? Okay, sounds good. Daisy says it's loud. Miranda. Okay, not too loud. Thank you, Miranda. Julia, what's up? What's going on with you, Julia?
Excellent.
Let it burn. What's up, Misbehave? She Warrior, how are you? Hello. All right, good. Because I don't have it very close to my face. Perfect. All right, guys, I have great news. We are setting up a podcast studio. We're going to start inviting live guests and doing interviews and discussing true crime. We're going to have family members who have suffered a loss or have missing people. We're going to invite them onto the show. I have everything pretty much set up. I just don't have my curtains yet. As soon as I have the curtains all set up and some lighting and whatever, yeah, we'll just start streaming live on the camera. I have all this space to kind of move around, work on projects relating to the channel, so I'm really stoked. So my upstairs office is going to be the baby room, the bedroom for the baby. So I'm excited to get that all like cleaned up and start doing some painting in there. What's going on, Mustang? Melissa Wildcard, She Warrior. Excellent. Hell yeah. I ordered 2 microphones and a podcast mixer. So it's got all these little gadgets, so should elevate us a bit. We can take phone calls now directly. You don't have to join the live stream. You can just call in on your phone. So we're going to have that set up. I'm actually excited about it. Early September, Melissa. A lot of stokage. Very stoked. Thank you, Miranda. It's nice of you to say that. So I got it all set up in here, guys. Can't wait to show you. So I have a nice like leather chair. It's fucking super comfortable. So that's my chair. And then I have like a sofa, just like a really simple sofa. And then like a big end table in between the two. I have my punching bag right here. So if we ever just want to kill some time, get the punching bag. And then all of this room, we can do aerobics, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to be in Arizona. I'm going to invite everybody. I'm also going to start putting on my live streams like right at the beginning or at the end. Like, hey, if you're interested in coming down to the studio and doing a live in-person interview, reach out to this email or call this number. But I already have a list of people that I'm going to reach out to once I get everything all situated. Yes, Miss Doglover, you can call in on StreamYard. You can call in from telephone, but now we'll all be part of the conversation. So if you call in on the phone, you'll be able to hear the folks who called in through StreamYard. So we'll all be part of the conversation. Before, I would kind of have to hold the phone up to speaker so you can hear the person calling in, and they couldn't hear the people who were in the studio on StreamYard. It was just a big mess. Now everything's going to be connected and we'll all be in one conversation. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a game changer. You guys will see. I don't know yet, Miranda. We'll find out pretty soon. Oh, they're so excited, Melissa. They're so excited. I appreciate that, Daisy. That'd be awesome, Julia. That would be a great interview. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the bigger we get as a podcast and as a channel, the more money we'll start to make, and we can just start to do things like that, fly people out. So when I start out, we'll probably be inviting on like local law enforcement, families who have missing persons, unsolved crimes, maybe some CSI people. I've made some contacts already because I have worked a few cases locally, and I have a few contacts in the Maricopa Sheriff's Office and also the coroner's office. Don't know yet, Miranda. Yeah, anytime. If anybody's interested in sitting down, having a conversation, shit. Buttercream yellow color. What's up, Jeanette? Grunge. I think I'm paranoid. Somebody's watching me. So this is going to be a super short stream because as soon as my daughter gets home, I got to take her somewhere. She'll be home in probably like 20 minutes, give or take. Good to see you, Grunge Truck, Jeanette. Oh, wrong song. You got it, Julia. I appreciate that. So what have you guys been up to? Appreciate all the emails, the cases. Very interesting. Some of the things that I've been looking at, I'm putting it together a live stream about accused killers who actually took the stand. So that's been interesting. I spent about 2 hours this morning looking through cases like that. It's pretty crazy. Guys, remember the Apple River stabbing? Leilani Simon, she took the stand. Do you guys know who Joseph Zieler is? Here, let's watch one of these videos. Kind of give you an idea. Shut that music off. All right, there we go.
Yeah, a lot of those moments starting to settle down as you said, the jury now has that case in their hands to decide whether or not Zieler is guilty of killing the babysitter, Lisa Story, and 11-year-old Robin Cornell. Prosecutors say he killed and raped both of them, but unexpectedly, he took the stand today,
Rain Dancer.
claiming that he is
What
innocent.
up?
He is not guilty of any of these charges.
Phil
Now, it
Bond.
started with the defense today when he took the
GP.
stand, asking Zieler where he was when the murders happened. Zieler claimed to be in Maryland. And now during his interrogation with Cape Coral detectives, he asked them about the death penalty, which
I mean, this dude just looks like a creep. Telling me this guy does not look like a creep. Killed a young girl and her babysitter. Raped them both.
them about the death penalty, which the defense did question him about. Zieler claimed he was being facetious because he knew they arrested the wrong person. And the most contested topic here, DNA found at the scene, which prosecutors say matched his DNA, but Zieler said it was not possible.
I've got a new big three. The three defenses of Joseph Zieler. It wasn't me. It was my kind of sometimes dad or my half.
We have a birthday. So let's stop sharing the screen for a moment so it doesn't echo. And we're going to hit She Warrior. Some John Candy.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Brother? Or was it, I was in Maryland, couldn't be me? Or number three, maybe it was, well, maybe I slept with Jan or some other lady I read about in State's Discovery somewhere, and that's how my semen ended up on an 11-year-old girl who happened to be murdered.
Again, prosecutors say DNA found at the scene matched Zieler's when he was arrested for an unrelated charge back in 2016. Now, when prosecutors questioned Zieler, that's when things got pretty heated. They pushed him on everything, DNA, where he was when the murders happened as well, and why he wrote letters to the little girl's mother. Zieler claimed he had sex with Jan Cornell, Robin's mom, which she testified today is not true. Now, as questioning continued, out of nowhere,
What's up, Scott?
Zieler had an outburst.
Piece of paper right here that they're trying to hide from you.
Mr.
Right
Zieler.
here. I still see the body of 11-year-old
Mr.
Robin
Zieler.
Cornell with the hand, with the hair of her
Ladies and
killer.
gentlemen, the jury will step out.
The blonde
Mr.
hair of her
Zieler,
killer.
please.
Yeah.
Is that in any way unclear?
Look at this fucking guy. You know, oh, she had a blonde hair. And once again, the victim had a blonde hair in her hand of a family member. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Can I use the microphone?
Is that in any way unclear, Mr. Zieler?
Now, prior to that, as you can see here, Zieler made a derogatory gesture at what appeared to be our news cameras as both sides talked to the judge privately. Zieler testified for around a half hour. Both sides rested their cases, but not before the state called Jan Cornell back on the stand, asking if she had ever met Zieler or had any relations with him, saying no to both questions. Again, we are in jury deliberations right now. They just got the case maybe about a half hour ago, so they will possibly go through the night. It's not clear quite yet, but I will be staying here until we reach a verdict today, or if it goes through tomorrow, we will be back in the courtroom. Yeah, a lot of those.
Some sick shit right there. But yeah, I'm gathering, probably have maybe an hour or two worth of content. I'm thinking about tying it into like into the Delphi case and how Richard Allen, nobody really stood up to kind of support his alibi or help step forward to be a, I don't know, character witness. I mean, I think it was really good for his daughter to step forward and his sister, but nobody came forward to kind of explain what he was doing that day. And then you got this guy.
River stabbing trial. The defendant himself, Nikolai Mew, spending most of the afternoon on the stand testifying, giving his version of events.
What do you believe would have happened to you had you not used your knife?
I would have died. I believe I would have been killed that day. My face.
You liar.
54-year-old Mew is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, accused of killing Stillwater teen Isaac Schumann while out tubing in 2022, and 4 others also stabbed that afternoon. Now the stage is set for closing arguments and then jury deliberation.
Yeah, that's right, Rain Dancer. That's what made him extra scary.
And the jury should have this case in their hands by this time tomorrow. So let's head out to our Rob Olson. He's at the St. Croix County Courthouse now to walk us through the day's developments. Rob, the big one here, Nikolai Mew on the stand.
Yeah, and late this afternoon, in fact, just happening in the last half hour or so after the jury was sent home, the case is rested. The prosecution hedging their bets a bit here by requesting and being granted lesser included charges. So that means a second-degree intentional.
Rain Dancer's asking, BTK used more the blitz attack. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, he did what was known as trolling. He had like a process. So he would do his trolling, driving around, looking for, you know, a victim that stood out to him. And then once he found his target, he went from trolling to stalking. And then he would kind of get an idea about, you know, your day-to-day activities, your schedule. And then he would kind of either bust right in, knock on the door, create a ruse. Like he was a telephone repairman. And if he just kicked his way in or forced himself in, his other ruse was, oh, I'm running from the cops. And I'm going to steal your vehicle. I'm going to take your money, and then I'm going to leave you alone. But before I do that, I have to tie you up. So it's at that point, if anybody tells you that they need to tie you up, don't ever, 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 ever. It's at that point you know that your life is, it's up to that choice whether you allow your assailant to tie you up or not. It's at that point you know that you need to fight. Fight or flight. One of the two. Pick one. Or both.
Homicide and a first-degree reckless homicide, plus lesser charges for the attempted murder charges as well. So if they didn't approve this
congratulations, GP.
highest level, the jurors have other options to convict on. Now, the defense, again, this was their chance to have Mew explain how much threat he felt that day. And part of it was he was a quadruple bypass patient. He said, that he felt his stress level rising too, and he was worried. But the prosecution really went after him about the lies he told, the opportunity to walk away, and why he felt he had to use the force that he did.
No, I lied about the knife.
Was that your knife?
It's kind of funny, Julia. He's no Zac Efron. I think it was more compared to your typical killer, right? The guy that I showed you at the beginning of the stream, he looks like a killer. Some people they look the part. So I think in comparison, Ted Bundy was good looking. Maybe some people just actually find him attractive. I don't know.
Yes, it is. It was.
Nikolai Miu admitted he lied about the knife he carried on the Apple River, the one used to kill Isaac Schumann and injure 4 others.
I believe I would have been killed that day.
Repeatedly testifying in answer after answer that he used it in self-defense and with no deadly intent, and prosecutors must prove he meant to kill.
Were you trying to kill somebody?
Absolutely not.
What were you trying to do?
I was just trying to defend myself. Oh my God.
I think he was there to provoke a fight so that he could justify stabbing somebody.
That is Miu reacting to news of Schumann's death when told in jail hours after the stabbings. An interview shown to jurors before he testified, where he lied, claiming he did not have a knife that day. Several times insisted he was attacked by 2 knives and that he used one of them against his attackers.
You were so close. And one had it in his hand, so I took his hand and I bent it and I poked him with his own hand. And then I took it from his hand and then I went and swung like this.
Okay, so this is his story before he knew that he was caught on tape. Listen to what a liar sounds like.
And that he used one of them against his attackers.
You were so close. And one had it in his hand, so I took his hand and I bent it and I poked him with his own hand. And then
What is this, a 007 movie?
I took it from his hand and then I went and swung like this.
You're smiling.
I'm confused.
You're smiling.
I'm confused.
You're not smiling?
That's not a smile.
The prosecution questioned his...
What the hell? Look at that look on his face. Looks like a maniac.
Smiling?
That's not a smile.
The prosecution questioned his testimony that he was in great fear, pointing out that he was not swinging the knife, but stabbing in vital organs.
I hear somebody got stabbed.
And again showed the jury him feigning ignorance when detained, and questioned his claim that he was surrounded and couldn't walk away by a crowd that was screaming at him to leave.
I stood my ground. I stayed in place.
You never backed up 1 step, did you?
No.
You had your knife out and you were prepared to use it.
To defend myself.
Okay. Now, if Richard Allen was on the stand, they're going to ask him, okay, so what happened that day, Richard Allen? Like, where were you that morning? What were you doing in Peru? What time did you leave your mother? And he's going to look just like this guy.
My ground. I stayed in place.
You never backed up 1 step, did you?
No.
You had.
I swear, I left the trails at 1:30. I promise. It's a 45-minute drive. Holy shit. That's crazy. Somebody's getting in trouble. He thought Mustang. He thought he was getting off. I mean, to an extent. I think the moral of the story is you never want to, what's the word? you don't want to make matters worse. You know, you don't want to elevate. So if everybody just calms down and isn't being aggressive, then there really is no fight, right? But that's not any reason to stab somebody in the stomach. I can't remember. Apple River. I don't know. Somebody in the chat will remind me. Yeah, but words don't hurt. And it's not illegal to be out of line. Out of line doesn't leave your intestines hanging out of your belly. Right? Accusations don't cut the skin. Which other ones did I have? Oh yeah, Leilani. This is her taking the stand.
Raise your right hand. Big square.
The evidence you shall give the court on the issue pending shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Simon, just have a seat on the witness
She
stand,
makes my
please.
blood boil.
All right.
You want me to do it? You want me to do it, Judge?
I'm going to start out with Ms. Simon. Ms. Simon, please state your full name.
Leilani Marie Simon.
Okay. And you're doing the right thing, just talking to the microphone so the court reporter can get it. I think you've heard me give that instruction a couple of times.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand that you have a right to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
And that if you want to testify, no one can prevent you from doing so?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand that no one can make you testify? No one can compel you to testify. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have the right not to testify if you don't want to. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand that not your lawyer, but you personally are the one who decides?
What's up, TJ? One thing I noticed, I'm going to play another video with her in just a second. Didn't mean to interrupt. But notice how she looks a lot heavier now that she's in custody. If you compare it to the videos of her before she's locked up. So I'm wondering if that is an indication of drug use. What do you guys think?
Whether or not you will testify.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you do not testify, that upon proper request by you, the court will instruct the jury that your decision cannot be used against you?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, the court will instruct if you decide not to testify. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that if you choose to testify, you will be examined by your counsel?
Leilani Simon.
Examined by the
Rain dancer, Leilani Simon.
Assistant District Attorneys in AUSA.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you feel a need to have any additional time to consider whether or not you will testify?
I've been given plenty of time by my attorneys, notified weeks ago about this.
Do you need any time to talk with him in private about this?
No, ma'am.
All right. And so do you personally wish to testify or not?
I do not.
And with that, I find that the defendant, Leilani Simon, has decided not to testify.
So she will not be testifying. I put this little video together. This is her before she was arrested.
Mama tried. And Mama's not here no more because she doesn't love you. I do. I can't love myself. If I can't love myself, how can I love you?
Why does she have the radio on? I think there's a good possibility that she's high as a kite right here.
I screamed for help, and I don't get it. Sky, you are such a beautiful little girl. I wish I could watch you grow up.
Yeah, that food's not very healthy, GP. Not at all.
I wish I could hold you for your first heartbreak because my mama didn't. Sky, I love you, baby girl. And Zane, you were so handsome, so sweet, so protective. You were gonna be such a good man one day. Just a good man.
Yes, Melissa. She killed him and then threw him away like trash, and they found him in the dump.
I hope you grow up and you learn what loyalty is. And you learn how to treat a woman and how to love a woman and Quentin, baby.
Hey, thank you, Daisy, with the super sticker, sponsoring today's quick little live stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You are a middle child. You're so happy all the time. You smile.
She's out of her damn mind.
I wish I could see what kind of man you would be too. And Manny.
She's crazy.
I loved you. I loved you with all of me, all of my heart. I loved you.
Melissa, did she admit to it and say why the hell she did it? Well, she really didn't admit to it. She blames her mother, for fucking her up, I guess, basically. And then it's her mother's fault that she's such a horrible parent. She hasn't accepted any blame at all. She's cold-blooded. It's all about her. And you can hear her right now. All she keeps talking about is how she cried for help. Nobody listened to her. She's the victim. This might be a clear case of psychopathy, really.
Question the ground you walked on. When we found each other, we were both in such fragile states. And I built you back up.
Yeah, I must say.
Anything for you. But there's this time when I was building you back up. You were doing things that would eventually tear me back down.
Unlimited data, Wi-Fi included, and a free streaming box.
And even now, after everything that I think has been brought to light, hopefully it was everything, right? Even now, you look at me with the same look in your eyes that you have when you talk about Caitlin. I don't hear the love in your voice anymore. I don't feel.
Exactly, GP. Passing it back off to somebody else. Exactly. Not taking any responsibility whatsoever.
The love in your touch anymore.
She has no clue. She has no idea the ramifications of what she's done.
I definitely don't see the love in your eyes anymore. If you truly loved me like you claimed you did, you wouldn't have done all that.
You know what I think? I think that she was jealous. The grandmother's love. The thing is, when grandmothers fuck up with their kids, they do much better. They try to do better with the grandchildren. Like, hey, if I could do things over, these are the things that I would do now that I'm older and wiser, more experienced, and learning, how I let my own kids down, which we're all going to do. That's just part of our existence, your kids worshiping you and then you letting them down, because of the way we were crippled by our parents. You know, we pass it down and we hope that they get better, and we can teach them from our mistakes and they don't keep repeating them. But I think with her case, I think Leilani was jealous. I think when she saw all the love that he was getting, she couldn't handle it. She was like, I never got that. You know, it's not fair. I just think that she was extremely jealous of it. And it made her angry.
Even when I was carrying your child and hating myself every day, crying myself to sleep every night because you did not want to have sex with me. You did not want to love me. You just did not want me. And I wanted you. I wanted you. I wanted you more than life itself. But you've proven that it was only one way. That feeling was only one way. That love, that loyalty, it was all one way. You take care of my kids. Okay? You couldn't take care of me. You couldn't love me.
See, there it is. And that's why I made this video. I wanted to do the side by side. And now listen to what she's saying to her mother. Take care of my kids and love them, because you didn't love me. You did this to me. If you would have just loved me, I would have known how to show love in return. That's what she's saying.
You did me right. So please, for the love of God, do my kids right. And the kids running up at the river now, finding it.
Yeah, that's a tough case. Well, those are some of the examples you can expect during that live stream. But I think we're going to wrap this up, guys. I got to get ready. And I'll see you guys again real soon. Special thanks to Daisy. Thank you for the super sticker. That was very generous of you. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. All of the Cash App donors, you guys rock. Thank you. Big shout out to you, all you members. Extra special thanks to you as well. And all of you mods and subscribers, thank you so much for supporting my channel. And we'll do our best to stick with the scheduled live stream later tonight. So hopefully I'll see you there. Take care, everybody. Peace.